Shalom, shalom, shalom. Brother, back again. Just wanted to put a lesson together before I left for the plantation. Uh, Running a little behind schedule this morning, so just figured I'd get something in before I take off, just in case my day is longer than anticipated. I can get a lesson in. So it's the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Just kind of watched this video a while ago. I've been wanting to say a little something on it, and the Spirit gave it to me today. So this is just a quick lesson, but you know, we're not amused. You know what I mean? We're not amused, and these gainsayers, these scoffers, these people that are coming up to try to go against what's being taught, go against the awakening, create, or as the apostles have muddy the water, so to speak, so you can't see clearly the truth, but all of it's done according to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, we really don't give a damn what you do because, as we understand, this isn't for everybody, it's not for everybody. And it's a gift that you're going to be given or you're not going to be given. It's just that simple. The Most High has it in his heart that you should receive this and carry forward, then you will. And if he doesn't, then you won't. And you'll be amongst the gainsayers and the scoffers. But without further ado, as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. So as you can see, I have a disclaimer. And I know I was watching this jackass on the Apostles video, but I know I watched it on another one of the brothers' videos as well. So as I was scrolling back to find it, this is the brothers' video that I found it on. So, and I'm just going to play this moment of it for my purpose on what I want to get out of it, because the brothers already treated him like Clubber Lang, when he told the interview, hey, what do you see for Rocky? It's pain. So, the brothers already been busting his dumb ass up, but it's just like, I don't know, man, when I look at certain people, when I listen to them, when I watch their mannerisms, you almost can see their intentions, like what it is they think they're attempting to accomplish, and they think, oh, you don't see it or you can't tell what it is they're doing. And it's just like so obvious, you know what I mean? It's like nothing you're doing is hidden in any way. But yeah, without further ado, as always, I try to begin, set the stage, full circle. This is Proverbs 9:9, and it reads, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser." And this, a wise man will adhere to what he's being told. He'll listen, he'll take the advice, he'll apply it where it can be applied to his walk. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. But all of this can only be made possible Through the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom. You know, that reverence, that humility, that, you know, being in awe, understanding that, you know, he's not just a power that can, you know, take you out, but man, he can bring you back and put you in whatever condition he wants. And the knowledge of the holy is understanding, you know, and this is for us the beginning, you know what I mean? Because hey, the world is going to hell in a handbag, as they say. And I want to get that real quick since I was kind of alluding to it. This is stop it. I don't know how these things, man, I hate these technologies. These things get into your system and you type one thing and something else starts popping up. But you know, you get out of it and keep it pushing. You know, I always enjoy Elder Malcolm. Sometimes I almost look forward to a commercial popping up so I can hear "son of a." Anyway, this is Matthew 10 and start at 28, and it reads, "Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." You know, put you in a condition, boy. How your ass with that look. So to continue forward, and I'm gonna start with this. Wish I could get it to. Let's see if I can. Fictitious definition.
Fictitious means not real or true, being imaginary, or having been fabricated.
That's not what I wanted.
Facetious.
That's it. Salakia. Facetious definition.
Facetious means treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor.
So, you know, as you can hear, Salakia for that word scrabble right there that I was trying to do. But facetious is an adjective that describes something as not serious or waggish. It is used intentionally for humorous or playful effect, which in a jocular or irreverent manner, for example, facetious remarks are meant to provoke laughter rather than be taken seriously. And they're also meant to provoke a disdain, you know, based on who's the one that's, you know what I mean, the brunt of your facetiousness, you know. So when you're sitting there, well, I know most of you already heard it, but let's just get to it. Because this guy thinks he's, you know, he thinks he's brilliant, but he's really an ass, you know. And this is the brother Remnant Saved 144. Man, if you want to learn something, subscribe. And as that brother says, subscribe and be edified. Hey, this is one I listen to as much as possible. And continuing. So we're just gonna play this quick segment, and then just get to a couple of scripts, and that'll be the lesson. So this is a doctor. Doctor, we know what that means, to doctor something. Says Dr. Eric Mason and Alan Parr team up and use GMS and trash talk to build audience drama, and that's essentially what it is. But, he's being facetious. So we'll let you listen. I think I got it queued up.
Which is called Great Milestone.
Right. Yeah. So
the stream that we're getting ready to watch, these two guys, all right, but maybe 10 will eventually be like, well, who is GMS? All right, or they may go to another Israelite camp, but eventually they'll be led to the truth. That's how the Lord operates, all right, through controversy. But then other groups like GMF, which is called Great Milestone, which I don't. You hear that? Great Milestone. Why it's so milestone? After what Jesus said about milestones. But why would you call?
So, if you listen to what he said, or you can always go back to this elder's video and listen to it, because when he said great milestone, he was attempting his hand at facetiousness. He was attempting to be a smart ass, but essentially he knows through what the scripture says that it ain't great milestone. He did that intentionally. You understand what I'm saying? He did that to just basically be the little prick that he is. He knows this great millstone. When you read the scripture, it says, and a great millstone. So he knows it ain't a great milestone. It's not a great milestone to be tied around his neck for offending the little ones. It's going to be a great millstone strapped to his neck. But when it comes to Jake, you can't stop, won't stop Jake with his ignorance and his stupidity. Jake just don't know no better, man. So I'm gonna just get a couple of scripts, and then, like I said, not gonna make it a long one. So the first one I'm gonna go to is Matthew 12:36, and it says, "But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." So, hey, say what you want, do what you want, play them little stupid ass games. Act like you a great milestone. Oh, wait, whatever. And I'm I am an affiliate. We consider ourselves affiliates. We're not part of the House of Great Millstone, but nevertheless, shit ain't funny, dude. The shit you saying ain't funny. It ain't humorous. It ain't cute. You know what I mean? It ain't whimsical. It ain't jesting. It ain't tongue-in-cheek, waggish, none of that. But the shit you saying, you're going to have to give an account for. It's not like you know what I mean? This hey, unless you ask for forgiveness. But the thing about it is, I say it all the time, pride is probably the worst of the worst, because pride won't let you ask for forgiveness, because pride won't let you think you've said or done anything wrong. Pride won't allow you to move forward, because pride will tell you you know it all. There's nothing you need to learn. Everyone else is wrong, and your ass is right. And they need to come up on your level. But hey, like the apostle, hey, keep that same energy because the time is coming, boy. The time is coming. And just keep that same, keep that same level of ignorance. Don't let it go. The other script I had was Luke 21, beginning at 15, and it reads, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." And see, hey, who has always really been the adversary of the prophets? It's always been you, Jake. Always been you. Throughout all of history, throughout all of the scriptures, when it comes to who killed the prophets, it was you, Jake. Because they were sent to you. The prophets were sent for your benefit. But somewhere along the line, hey, Jake's own desire to always want to do what he wanted to do, don't tell us the truth. Tell us smooth things. Tell us lies. So Jake has always had that ignorant ass spirit to want to just, do what he want to do and don't be told shit. Jake never want to be told nothing. So you're the ones that's been the adversaries of the truth. You're the one that's always been the adversaries of the apostles. And now that you're under the thumb of Esau Edom, that's just his thing. He wouldn't have it any other way. Keep you in that perpetual state of dumbassery so you never come up on a level. Says, "And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death." And hey, like the apostles always say, you better know what you're involved in, because this time is coming, and it's going to be our own people coming against this thing the hardest to appease their master. Says, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake." Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, not cheesy to the rice, and God. Nobody is going to hate you for being in the cheesy rice camp. "But there shall not a hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your souls." So when this time comes, when they bring that wrath, hey, the Most High gonna lift up a standard, and shoot, hey, those he has chosen to make it through to the other side, to see his glory, to see his magnificent return. The scriptures tells you. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and get it. Salakia. Every time I click this thing, because they put these damn commercials in this thing, so if you're not careful and you just click a hair in the wrong place, next thing you know, you're looking at a commercial that you didn't try to bring up. But they keep trying it, and I keep slapping it down. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, and it reads, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump." And that's the elect, man. That change has to happen because you can't exist outside this world, this atmosphere, in these bodies. Not to mention you can't be on these ships in these corrupt bodies. The chariots, and we know who I'm talking to. This is the new T-shirt. This jackass. The chariot. So the chariots with the chariot, you're gonna be in the chariot. Man, you you can work with dumb. You know what I mean? Dumb you can work with. You can mold and get dumb together and help dumb out. But you can't fix stupid. Stupid is just, it is what it is. These people, man, from this dude to the Ron Dalton, it's stupid. It's kind of, hey, don't make eye contact with stupid. Just look away. When you see stupid coming up the block, hey, just look away. Don't let yourself make eye contact with them. It says, "For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." So, hey, the mystery is, we shall not all sleep. Some of us are actually going to see Yahweh Shai and be raised up, beamed up. Said, "Beam me up, Scotty." So anyway, that was basically what I wanted to bring forth. This dude, you're not whimsical, and you're not slick, you're not smart, you're just another jackass trying too hard and not succeeding. So with that, hey, full circle. It's weird. It won't give us nothing. Anyway, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments." Awashai said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." Nothing has changed, man. Nothing has changed. You Christians, you keep using that as an excuse, playing that game. "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rahahakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom.